Good morning, my friend. Welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. Good to have you with me on this Thursday morning, October the 16th. And I'm looking forward to another great day of serving the Lord. Had a great service last night in church. People joining the church, people getting baptized last night on a Wednesday night. Nothing special going on, just church. And God just does his work as he always does. And I'm looking forward to what God's going to continue to do in our church. And I hope that you are as well. Those from Maranatha Baptist Church. Now, wherever you are, let's make sure we have a good weekend in church. Don't forget our best. This weekend, we are trying to do our best, and I'm asking God to do something special. Of course, this is Best Friend Sunday, so everybody bring a friend. Let's see what God can't do in helping us to be able to get out and see him do something great in our church here this weekend. Looking forward to that, and I hope that you are as well. And as we have Best Friend Sunday, then everywhere, let's just be busy doing something for the Lord. Well, today, I want to talk to you from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, where it says, Jesus Christ, the same. Those are two very important words, yesterday and today and forever. Now, one of the most encouraging verses in the scriptures is this verse that reminds us that Jesus Christ is the same. So the same Jesus that we read about in the scriptures is still the same today. The Jesus that had the power to heal the lame, cause the blind to see, raise the dead to life, still has the power to do the same today. The Jesus that was concerned with the multitudes because they were sheep without a shepherd is still concerned about the multitudes today. The Jesus that wept at the grave of Lazarus because he saw the hurting heart still weeps today for those who have lost loved ones. You see, the Jesus that had the power to save a thieving Matthew and the Jesus that had the power to save a mass murdering Paul still has the same power to save the greatest wretch of our day. The Jesus that had the power to cast out the legions of devils in a man's son still has the power to bring a wayward child back from a sinful life. The Jesus that was concerned for Peter after he fell in sin is still concerned for the believer that has fallen in sin today. You see how we must understand that Jesus is the same today as he was in the past. Notice what it says right here, that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today. Now, that word today, it's one word, day. It's not today as in today. He says, and today. So in other words, what he was yesterday, he's the same that he was yesterday up to this day, and then he will be there tomorrow. That's what this verse is teaching. So yesterday, what he did yesterday, he is still the same up to and today, up to this day. You can put it this way, and forever. In other words, it's never going to change. The stability of Christ in this verse never changes and should bring comfort to our souls. No matter what you face today, he's the same Jesus who will help you with your problems as he helped those when he was on earth. The Jesus who knew the problems of those he ministered to still knows your problems today. The Jesus that had the power to heal the sick when he ministered on earth still has the same power to heal someone today who is facing sickness. Our Jesus never changes. And I want to share several things that never changes about our Jesus. First, his love never changes. Boy, I'm glad about that. The Jesus that loved the worst of people in his ministry still loves us no matter what we have done today. Always remember that Jesus never loved us because we were good, but he loved us because we were yet sinners, which means that he still loves us today, no matter what we have done. In Romans 5:8, but God commended his love toward us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Christ didn't die for us when we were good. He died for us when we were bad. John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world. That's now. This world is full of sinners, including you and I. And yet he still loves us. If you have fallen in sin and feel you've done too bad for God to love you, can I tell you, God still loves you and God wants to use you again. The love of Jesus is great enough to love you no matter what you have done. Second, his faithfulness never changes. So God's love never changes and his faithfulness never changes. Jesus Christ, who was faithful in the past, is still faithful today. He is faithful to be with you in your time of need, no matter how difficult your situation in life may be. Christ is faithful to walk with you. He is faithful to walk with you when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death. He is faithful to walk with you when you're facing the surgeon's knife, and that knife is about ready to cut and perform a serious surgery in your life, maybe to remove cancer, whatever's going on in your life. He is faithful to walk with you in your deepest hurts. No matter what you're facing today, Jesus Christ is faithful to be with you in your greatest time of need. Can I say third, his power never changes. The love of God never changes. The faithfulness of God never changes, and his power never changes. Christ is as powerful today as he's always been. You see, the Christ that saved 3,000 on the day of Pentecost can still save thousands today. The power that the power of Christ that performed the miracles in those 3 years of ministry that he has, Christ still has that power to do the miraculous in your ministry and in mine if we just access that power. It does not matter how hard our situation is. Jesus Christ has that power to do the miraculous no matter what you live in life. The sameness of Christ. I like that. The sameness of Christ. The unchangeableness of Christ ought to encourage us that what he did yesterday, he still has the power to do it today. If you'll simply trust him. And by the way, and when tomorrow comes, that power is still there. So no matter what you do, remember this: Jesus Christ, the same. We can stop right there, and that right there is enough. But I love this: the same yesterday. So what Christ was yesterday, he is still up to today. He's still the same. And for tomorrow, he'll still be the same. Can I put it this way? The Christ I have today was the Christ that they had yesterday, and the same Christ will have tomorrow. The Christ that I'll have tomorrow is the Christ I have today, and the Christ I have yesterday. He does not change, my friend. His love doesn't change. His faithfulness does not change. His power does not change. Let's always remember to always keep this in mind, that our Christ that we serve today, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. This ought to encourage you. It ought to challenge you. And boy, how we ought to let this challenge move us to do something great for God. Oh, how he wants to. And always remember, when you feel like you're hitting that wall, he's the same. The same. So when you read something in the Bible and you say, well, that's something like what I've gone through or what I'm going through, then remember this: Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and tomorrow. He's always the same. Well, my friend, I hope this is a help to you today. Now, let's remember today, be good to everyone.